Welcome everybody, this is Heroes and Brews with Nerdy Dudes. We are your friendly neighborhood beeroes, Ty, to my left Kev, and we are not on normal set because we just came from where?
This is a movie theater there.
And what movie did we just see?
Some Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
You sure it's not Guardian of the Pretzels Volume 2?
I don't know, but I'm definitely guarding the shit out of these pretzels, that's for sure. I feel like I've been eating in months.
Anyway, we are doing our reaction / review kind of deal on this episode for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yeah.
And, Kev, I think you should start us off.
Alright, I'd love to. So, my overall thought, I enjoyed it. I think it got the job done, as we were saying. It's tough. It's tough to beat the first one. You know, the first one I think I said before is probably one of my top Marvel films. I think the first one hit on every note, and the villain was great. I mean, I don't want it to be a review of Guardians 1, but that film, from beginning to end, was amazing. This one, it was hilarious. It was really, really funny. We did discuss that we felt some of the jokes seemed a little forced, you know, because it's just like, we gotta beat that first one. So it almost, to me, had the Hangover syndrome, because the first Hangover was brilliant, and the second one was like, well, let's just keep throwing these jokes in there. They can't get enough jokes, and we can get enough jokes.
Yeah.
You gotta sprinkle it.
I agree with you there, and I think because these characters, let's be real, they can deliver these jokes easily, and the writing was there. I think, like you said, it was a little too forced, especially with Batista's old Drax is laughing. I think it worked in some parts. Some parts I think is a little too much. I think it's a little too forced on us. But other than that, the delivery Dave Bautista had on all of his one-liners were amazing. And you didn't really need him to laugh at those one-liners because his delivery with the lines itself was just perfect. Yeah. Whether it was making fun of Mantis about her being ugly. First off, spoiler alert.
Mantis like saying right? It, like in the middle, we're like, oh, by the way, you're about to find out the entire movie.
Yeah, we're going to spoil it all for you.
Yeah.
Just telling Mantis she was ugly and disgusting. Making fun of Star-Lord, how he's in love with Gamora. Like, there's little things like that. It was like they're pointing at it. And you said best. He's so upfront and forward about things.
That's what makes
very
him
comical.
Funny. He's so obvious.
Yes.
And he's so dry. And that's what made him funny in the first one. And this one, he killed it. I mean, Drax... Everybody was funny. Everybody was funny. And everybody had their moments. They had a few moments. And as soon as the movie kicked off, that opening sequence, I thought was great. You know, I couldn't think of doing it any other way.
That was really well
done.
done.
Baby Groot dancing and that song playing, and in the background while he's dancing, there's
They're
just
all
a bunch
fighting,
of shit going on.
People are crashing everywhere.
Yeah,
and then I thought when Drax fell into the speaker system, and then Groot tries to smack him because he broke the system. That was just genius. It was perfect.
It was a little cutie patootie.
Yeah, he was.
But then I just feel the movie hit a point where it just kind of went, and you didn't, you know, we'd said after, I sat there and I thought, I don't know what this is building to.
Yeah, I sort of blame the heat within the theater because when it's hot, I get tired, and there were so many people because it's a very desirable movie. It's Guardians of the Galaxy 2, the first one, like you said, was amazing.
Night. Yeah.
I just thought I wish there was a little bit more action because there was parts where there was a lot of dialogue.
Which I was surprised at because I don't mind dialogue if it's done well. I mean, you know, there were some nice emotional scenes, but I love how even in Guardians there's emotional scenes, but I feel like they get to a certain point where like, all right, we're getting too sappy. Let's throw a joke in here. And I don't say that meaning that it's bad.
No, I like that.
I like how
I enjoy it, especially with a certain funeral with starts with a Y. Yondu, thank you.
Yeah.
Because they made a reference that how Star-Lord always carried a picture around when he was younger of David Hasselhoff because his dad wasn't around and he was constantly shooting movies or doing whatever he was doing. And they kept making references to David Hasselhoff, whether it was Ego or whether it was Yondu. It was very well done, especially when he was fighting Ego. ego, and he turned into David Hasselhoff for a moment, which was perfect.
Yeah. I just I don't know. The villain, it's tough, and I hate to compare it again, but the villain in the first Guardians with Ronan was just such a menacing villain. And there was a certain point in the movie where, Peter and his father were conversing, and there was a really, this certain part where it kind of hit me. I think it was the score that was going on, and then you had Ego was sort of regenerating. He became a skeleton, and then the muscle formed and the skin formed.
Yeah, it was really
and
cool.
What he was saying in Peter's face, and then you see the rest of the Guardians are basically, you think, it almost reminded me of a Toy Story 3 moment.
Yeah.
Where they're going down that thing, and you think, this is it.
Yep.
And your whole childhood was like coming to an end. Did you? I don't know if you felt that way.
I did feel that way.
But I did. Yeah, it was really sad.
So I do and dislike this one point.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like how you didn't know where it was going, kind of, at first. But I do like how the villain out of nowhere came to be actually Ego, because it just came out of nowhere. I didn't expect it, and I thought that was really cool. I was trying to figure out where it was going. Like I said, that's the one thing I didn't like. But since they turned Ego into the villain, I thought that was actually brilliant. So.
Yeah, and I didn't really know much about Ego. So.
Other than he was Talking Planet.
That's all I ever knew, and I
but
thought, I don't know how they're gonna do this, but. It was. I mean, they showed that glimpse of his face on the planet. I thought that was pretty
perfect.
cool.
Yeah, I think it was.
But I don't know. Overall, what would you score this movie?
What would I score this movie? I don't know. I would like out of what? Do you have like a certain score count for me, or should I just do it out of 5?
Let's go with like 10.
10.
That sounds good.
I'd probably give it like a 7. 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
Yeah.
I think I would do an 8 out of 10. I would give it a B. Like I said, it made me laugh. It's a fun movie. I mean, it's kind of what you expected.
And I just rated like that because if they didn't force like the laughter from the receipts or some jokes, then I think it would be a little higher up on my scale. But.
Yeah. But anyways, go see. I would say go see.
Definitely go see.
I mean, if you love the first one and you love everything Marvel.
If you love to laugh, go see the movie.
Yeah.
Because it delivered on that. It's a funny movie.
It really is. Yeah.
And if you're feeling down and you need to laugh, go see Guardians because it will make you happy. Because it is a funny movie. But let us know what your thoughts are if you've seen the movie. If you're going to see the movie, if you like the first one more, if you like the second one more, just give us your thoughts. Whether it's
comment,
Twitter, this video on YouTube, Instagram, just give us a shout. So let us know. And so as always, have a good night.
Have a good night.